Hey guys, it's Kendall here. I wanted to show off this playingcards.io version of Office Quest. Even though it's an in-hand game, uh, putting it onto this site, it doesn't look like an in-hand game. But I wanted to also show an end boss battle against the Data Kraken. So we've got in this scenario two memos, 2 health, 4 karma, and 4 energy. And we are, imagining that you get all the way around the map to the server room, and then you flip the card over. And this is where you track your hits against the Data Kraken. So throughout the game, we've gone through from one location to the next location, and we're going to assume that we got the sacred TPS report, and that's the one thing in common between these 3 locations. And so what that means is in bold, if you gain the special item, you get +2 memos, +1 health. So we're going to move our memos up to 4 and recover our health 1. So that's kind of that bonus. When you're attacking in the server room, there's 2 options you'll end up with. One is an Intel IT battle, and it's going to be using more memos. And then the other side is a direct confrontation, and you're going to be using more energy. So they're very similar, just a little different flavor depending on, how the game goes. And then we have all of our encounters. We're going to combine those and shuffle them up. Basically, the encounter deck at this point is just used for, randomizing dice rolls and stuff. So, and this is our data tracker card. We're just going to say we've gone through and we made it there within the 3 rotations of this card. So that's kind of where we're at. We're going to say we have these 3 items. We have an enchanted stapler, discard for 1 automatic success. We have the highlighter of hidden truth. So we can discard this to gain 2 energy or 1 memo, which could come in handy in this if we need a memo. And then we've got this printer toner of transmutation. So +1 karma for every odd value roll. So we just have to remember, if we roll odd, we can add a karma there. And one of these things is, all right, so we should probably read the flavor text here. The Kraken's digital eyes lock onto you. You've collected memos, notes, and clues from across the office. Now armed with this crucial IT intel, you begin to decrypt the Kraken's weaknesses, uncovering the hidden patterns within its code. As you piece together each fragment of information, the Kraken grows more erratic. Memos can be used as plus or minus 1 skill checks. So we can use our memos to change our skill checks a little bit. All right, so we are on number 1 of our attack here. So number 1 is we have a choice. We can either do a sneaky check for 5+, or a brainy check. We have, 2 items. We have 1 brainy, 1 sneaky, so it doesn't really matter. Basically, we will, as it says, rand. So we will go for a random number, see if it's 5 or higher, and then we can add available icons here. So to get random, we take the top card off and then we flip the second card. So it's a 1. So that is terrible. To get to the 5+, we can spend a karma, for the sneaky or brainy check. So that gets us to 2 by using a karma, and then we could also use memos. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we would use all of our memos. Another option we have is Well, and this was a random odd roll, so I got to remember we can add a karma there, so that's good. I think what we can do instead is we can discard the enchanted stapler for an automatic success. This would come in handy for sure, but it saves us from taking damage for our health. So maybe let's do that. Okay, so we lose that, but we do pass. And every time you pass, you gain a karma, so we're going to gain a karma here. Okay, number 2. So we can do 3 savvy. If we had 3, we could spend 3 karma. We only had 2 savvy, but we discarded that item. So we don't have that option. We have a savvy check for 4 plus, using the lowest number on the next card. So let's see how we do. So we're going to remove this top card, and then the lowest value on this card is a 3. So actually, that's pretty good. We just need one more, and to do that, we're going to use a memo. So we can adjust it by 1, and we are moving on to the 3rd skill check here. Okay, so we can lose a memo, or we do a stamina check for 7. Stamina is your energy plus a random. I think, yeah, our stamina, I mean, we have 4 energy. So we would only need a 3 or higher. Let's go for it. Let's go for a stamina check. We just need a 3 or higher. And we take this one off, and it's the backside, which is a 6. So we pass. Very nice. So we got to save a memo there. So we're at 4. All right, skill check 4. We can discard an item, or we do a wild check. We don't have any wild icons to use. So I think we're probably better off discarding an item. I don't know. We might get a wild that's good, and that saves us our items here. Yeah, let's go for a wild. So we're going to try for 4 or higher and see what we get. So we'll flip this over, and we got a 6. So we actually passed. Whew, close. All right, we're on our 5th here. Actually do that. All right, number 5. So we can choose to lose a memo, or we do a preparedness check. So the number of items, which is 2, plus random. So we would need a 4 or higher with our random roll. I think we're better off losing a memo. So we're gonna choose a memo. We move on to number 6. Okay, so we have a choice between 2 brainy, which we don't have. Otherwise, we could spend 2 karma. We only have 1 brainy icon. So we're going to do an acuity check. The lowest stat we have plus the low number on the following card. Lowest stat we have right now is a 2. So we need a 2. I think we can do that. So we will take the next card, and the lowest number is a 1, which is an odd number. So we're going to gain a karma actually because of our special item. But we did not make it. So our acuity check fails. So we're going to, well, we can use a memo to boost it, which I think is what we want to do. So we'll use a memo, we pass in that case, and we'll gain a karma for passing. Okay, number 7, we have 2 wild, we don't have wilds. So we're going to do a courage check, our highest stat, which is an 8. Our highest stat is an 8. So our courage is already above the 7 that we need. So that is awesome. So we automatically pass. From 7 to 8, is that right? Yeah, so we're on 8 now. We don't have room to gain karma, so we're going to actually go down 2 to turn this into a 5. And then we can go up 1. All right, just as a reminder, your health and your energy and your karma are all interchangeable. You can't do it right in the middle of a stats check so that you're manipulating your numbers, but those are interchangeable. So, all right, we are on number 8. We have a savvy check. We don't have any savvy icons. Or a luck check, karma plus random. All right, our karma is already at 7, so we are very lucky. We basically pass, and we are on number 9. A wild check of 6 or higher, we can't do that. I mean, we would need to roll a 6 or -2 memos. We don't have 2 memos either. We do have a way to gain a memo though, so we can actually discard this to gain 1 memo. So I think we'll do that. We'll discard this item, it gains us a memo, and now instead of doing a wild check, we're going to do -2 memos to pass. So we are officially out of memos, but we are on the last challenge, and this is basically a guessing game, predicting. So we start with a random number, then we predict each subsequent random as if it's either higher or lower. If it's equal, we do a reroll. So we need to have 5 correct predictions. So to track this, I'm just going to set this paperclip over here on the 5, and then for each one, I'll just move it down. Okay, so we start. Let's just get our full stack here and shuffle. All right, so we're going to start with a random, which will be the back side here. All right, so a 5. I'm going to guess that we are going to be lower. So the next random is following backside. Okay, I guessed lower, it was higher. Okay, so we lose a health. Ouch. All right. Now the number is 6. I'm going to guess lower. Okay, 3. We were successful, so we move this down. 3. I'm going to guess higher. Oh, and since we guessed correct, do we gain a karma? No, I think we don't, because this is all part of number 10. So, never mind. 3, I'm going to guess higher. So, 4, we were correct. Boom. Okay. All right, for 4, I'm going to guess lower and a 3. So that's correct. 3, I'm going to guess higher and a 3. So we got to re-roll, and a 6. So it is higher. Okay. All right, we're on the last one. 6, it's got to be lower than that. And a 5, so we're correct. So this is a win scenario. And then there is an optional scoring, which I'll show you. Okay, so for scoring, the first thing you do is you look at your health and your energy and your karma. Basically, karma is the common denominator. So um, health is 4 karma per, so that's 8. And then these are 2 each, so that's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 10 plus 8 is 18. 18 plus 7, what is that? So 25. So we're at 25 points. Then we get 1 point for basic items, 2 for premiums, so that's 29. And we also achieve the goal of the secret items, which is 6 points. So 29 plus 6 is 35. We don't get any points for memos, so yeah, we're at 35, which means we are a manager in the making. You've got potential, just avoid sending those per my last email notes. All right, so that is a walkthrough of the final battle. That's also kind of an overview of the room. And let me know if you have questions. Hopefully this was helpful, and I appreciate any input. So we'll talk to you next time. Thanks.